Just gone 11 minutes after 12 o'clock. You are still tuned in, of course, to UJFM 95.4. Sandile Ntuli is the name. You're listening to the Ego Trip, and I'm on your radio right now up until 3 p.m. this afternoon. We are going to be having an awesome show, lots to get into on the show today, and I'm going to make sure that I tell you all about it very, very soon. But today, as well on the Ego Trip, we're having a very different type of show. We're going to be starting things on a different note, quite an exciting note at that, because we are going to be having an interview with Professor Sarhab from the University of Johannesburg right now. It's going to be a very good interview because we have lots that we're going to be getting into. So you do want to make sure that you stay tuned for that chat. And right now I actually do have the professor on the line. So Professor Sarhab is the Deputy Vice Chancellor at the University of Johannesburg for Research and Internationalization. And Prof, thank you so much for taking time to have a chat with me this afternoon. How are you doing?
Doing great, Sandile, and good afternoon to you and to your listeners.
And how are you doing on this Wednesday afternoon? The weather outside is a bit warm. Are you having a good day so far?
I am, and it's really a pleasant afternoon. And this morning we received some really good news about one of our new ranking indicators as University of Johannesburg. Unfortunately, it is on embargo till 1 p.m., so the news will be coming up.
Oh, okay, so thank you for that heads up. We can't wait to hear all about that. So in terms of news, we are also quite excited to share with our listeners the exciting news that we also got wind of recently, that you, Professor, have actually been nominated in the management category in the NSTF Awards. Now, for our listeners, just to give them a brief overview, so basically the National Science and Technology Forum, that's NSTF, they're a representative umbrella stakeholder body for organizations that have an interest in science, engineering, technology, and innovation. And so they're having awards. And with this particular awards, the professor has actually been nominated in one of the categories there. Firstly, Prof, congratulations. And thank you so much for coming on so we can actually share the exciting news with our listeners.
Thanks very much, Sandile. It is indeed a privilege to be nominated in any of the NSTF award categories. And of course, within the university, there are two other colleagues that have been nominated in different categories and have also made it to the finalist list. So that's really very pleasing, Sandile.
No, definitely, Prof. And I mean, when you mention your colleagues as well, our congratulations to them as well. And when we talk specifically about the category that you've been nominated in, Prof, we talk about the management category. Please, can you tell us a bit about what this particular category entails?
Yes, certainly. So I think the aspect of management, it goes hand in hand with leadership and how we've developed our approach across the organization. And it looks at, and if I have to look at, the wording directly on the awards processes, it deals with research and research coordination, including the management of training and education, technical activities, and as well as commercial and financial activities that all go hand in glove when it comes to supporting the research enterprise of the university. And as you know, as a university, we enable teaching, but that teaching is research-led, it's innovation-led, and it's practice-led. So those three elements go congruently support our teaching enterprise. Sandile. So that's really what this award is about. It's not directly about the research, but it's about the management of activities enabling the research ecosystem of the university.
Yeah, I love that. I love that it's, quite broad, and I love all those elements that you just also shared with us. Now, Professor, we know that this is not your first time being nominated for an NSTF award. Please, can you tell us a bit about your previous nomination?
Yes, I can. I was actually nominated when I was Dean of Engineering, actually incidentally for the same award category for management and related SET activities. I was not the recipient on that occasion. And I must also say, even on this occasion, the competition among the finalists in this category is tough. However, in 2013, I was also nominated for the T.W. Kambule NRF NSTF award, and that was for a research award, and there I was actually the recipient of the award. That was in June 2013, just I think 3-4 months before I joined the University of Johannesburg.
Wow, that's very good. And when we go back now to the management award that you've been nominated for, can we just highlight some of the work that you have done, which potentially led to this nomination?
Yeah, I must say that it's not only work that I have done, but it's what we have done.
Yes.
And what really comes about here is that in 2018, when our new Vice Chancellor, Professor Ntuli took office, he talked about this beautiful vision of the fourth industrial revolution and how 4IR has the potential to shape, and that we be part of that shaping of the future world of work. And with that vision, and I must also acknowledge that Professor Marwala is also my nominator for this particular award, we then developed our set of what we call an academic stimulus package that enables the university's vision for the fourth industrial revolution, leading to global excellence and stature, which is our strategic goal for 2025.
Yeah.
And more specifically, my particular role was as DVC for Research and Internationalization, was actually to help bring the transdisciplinary congruence between the Sustainable Development Goals and 4IR to enable and to try and to enable inclusivity, but by doing so also help to combat the triple challenges of poverty, unemployment, and inequality. And so that was really at a thematic level where this award has its positioned.
Yeah, I love how with this particular award, but also I think specifically with this award, program, I love how it's not just about one individual. It's a team effort. It's about collaboration. It's about partnership. When you mentioned that you were nominated by the Vice Chancellor for this particular award. And I think for me, that just shows that it really goes beyond just you as an individual. However, for my next question, I'm going to be a bit mischievous and I'm going to push you to personalize it and just tell me in terms of personally, as Sarhab Sinha, what makes you appreciate this kind of award or recognition?
Yeah, so I think that let me maybe step back a bit and go back into a little history. In that, I've been involved in bringing about the impact, particularly due to my own background in electronic engineering, in bringing about impact of engineering disciplines, but in a community orientation. And very quickly that changed my perspective that when you are working with society and communities, you actually have to have a transdisciplinary viewpoint right from the beginning, as technology has been around all the time, but has not always solved the problems that we so see in society. So, of course, an award to an individual and to myself helps to kind of give me a little bit of that direction that I am on the right track, and it motivates me to do more and to do better. And so I think that's what it would mean for me personally. But obviously, I must really recognize that, what we really have been able to achieve has been to say that team is together, everyone achieves more. And that really has been how we've been able to get to this stage where the university has been very greatly inspired by the aspect of the fourth industrial revolution, and research, innovation, and internationalization is, of course, such a key pillar into that. And I must also say that our students have been an important part of this. So I probably would say that that's what the recognition means for me, working more, better, and together.
Yeah, I really love, Prof, how, you mentioned the constant collaboration, but also, that other people that are involved in this particular process, such that you could be nominated for this award. Here at UJFM, we are also quite excited. We are excited for you and the other people that have been nominated. We are excited for ourselves as well with the radio awards. We've been nominated for 10 different awards. This particular show, we've been nominated for a second year in a row for the daytime category. And I think it just shows that, when you talk about awards, it gives people the recognition they deserve, but also acknowledges even the team and the people behind the scenes who are doing all the work as well, together with the person who's been nominated. And one final question, if I can squeeze it in, Professor Sinha, which is that, we've been experiencing the pandemic for the past year. A number of award ceremonies have gone virtual, and so it really poses a question in terms of, does that then, would you say, still mean that awards are still significant, or, still relevant even, despite what we are seeing with this wave of COVID-19 that's made the world of awards change?
Yeah, I do think so. I think that, we've had a number of our own professorial inaugurations go virtual. And I'll give you some data that I saw at one of our inaugurations, that when we had this inauguration of the professor in a venue, we could accommodate up to typically 100 to sometimes 150 people. With a virtual ceremony where the platform goes onto social media platforms like Facebook, with LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram, it has brought about a new participation of audience in the virtual world. One of our events had over 4,000 people. So you can just see across, not only in South Africa, but across the world, being able to participate during the ceremony, but also on demand afterwards. So I do believe that the virtual platform, and in this case, the NSTF is taking a hybrid platform combination between person and virtual. I think it's a platform that we will take into the future. I think we've learned about this more in the COVID-19 period, and it still brings about a sense of recognition. It brings about a sense of an archive of the event, but most importantly, it inspires the individuals who receive the awards, but it inspires others. And I think that the last point is the most critical part about any award ceremony.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prof. And once again, congratulations to you and also to the other UJ academics who've been nominated in different categories. We are just making sure that we are crossing our fingers and we are hoping for the best in terms of you receiving that award, and also, of course, the other nominees from UJ also being recognized in this way. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Sandile, thanks. And I just want to say to you and to the team at UJFM, for the awards that you've received and the awards that you are coming up in future, congratulations. Thank you, and thanks to the listeners.
Okay, thank you so much, Prof. That was, of course, Professor Sarhab Sinha. He is, of course, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research and Internationalization here at the University of Johannesburg, and we were having a chat with him about his most recent nomination for an award. So if you've just joined the conversation, that was the NSTF Awards that will be happening very soon. So congratulations to the professor and also to other UJ academics who actually have been nominated for awards. Just gone 23 minutes past 12 o'clock right now.
95.4. My weakness is trying to do so much at the one go and trying to please everyone at the same time, because we work 24 hours.
24/7. The hustle continues.
Opportunities will come to you if you seek them.
Shaping the future.
An opportunity of a lifetime must be taken within the lifetime of the opportunity.
UJFM. Shaping the future.